Our first blind item is about Timothée Chalamet and Katy Perry. It reads, if you think the meme actor was horrible on his recent set, it was nothing compared to this A-list singer on the set of her music video, which again is about Timothée on the set of the Bob Dylan movie, A Complete Unknown, and Katy Perry's Woman's World, which I wonder if Trisha Paytas witnessed some of this. This person wrote in response to Timothée, there was a post in Reddit saying he's a monster. I don't know, he seems small to be bullying people. Another person wrote, entitled behavior should be punished, not rewarded. Another person commented about Katy, now she's trying to claim the song and video are satire even after all the interviews and lives claiming the opposite. No matter her excuse, it's a dud, and since the rest of the songs sound as crappy as this did, I guess the album will be too. So this headline reads, is Hollywood's new golden boy really a hyper paranoid diva? And some people are calling his demeanor frat boy behavior. Movie industry insiders who worked closely with Timothée on his upcoming Bob Dylan biopic are claiming the superstar is in fact a raging diva. As filming wrapped up on the project in June, several crew members spoke exclusively to Daily Mail about the allegedly toxic on-set environment, with plenty of complaints of cruelty and frat boy behavior. They said that Timothée was hyper paranoid. We were not allowed to make eye contact with him or introduce ourselves, which is weird. It's giving like very Ellen DeGeneres vibes. Also, why would he be so paranoid? Like, is it his stardom? I mean, I know he's a big movie star, but this doesn't really line up. Maybe he's got past trauma. In one encounter, Timothée allegedly flew into a rage and cursed out a low-level production assistant while snapping a picture of a solar eclipse on April 8th, including the actor in the frame. So I guess this person was trying to take a picture of the eclipse. Timothée was somehow in the picture, so then he cursed out someone over this. A security guard on the production team scoured her phone and made her delete all the photos, which that seems a little bit dramatic. I mean, is it really that big of a deal if Timothée is caught up in a picture? I mean, he's getting his photo taken all the time, but then just 20 minutes later, Timothée reportedly forced the movie directors to send a strongly worded email to the entire cast and crew prohibiting all cell phone use near the leading man. So if Timothée comes around, you put your phone away, which I would feel so uncomfortable being Timothée and having all these people like walking on eggshells around me, but it seems like this is how he feels comfortable. The production assistant panicked that she was going to get fired, the source says. Set security would browbeat anyone who used phones near Timothée, even when using them was critical to aspects of their jobs. Additionally, Timothée allegedly hated when the crew watched rehearsals and harbored a particular loathing for stand-in actors who helped the lighting department fine-tune their setup before he arrived for a scene. So he didn't like seeing the stand-in actors. He didn't like seeing anyone around. He just sounds really hateful, not really friendly at all. Timothée even once seized a restroom trailer for himself at the last minute, which caused massive lines and long waits to access other facilities. So there's 120 background actors and 150 crew, and he just locked a restroom up for himself. This person was quoted saying he just didn't care about anyone else except himself.
Can you sign, please? Hold on, Bob.
This person commented, I could see it. He started changing before being with Kylie with the cameras. He just seems tired, honestly, and who knows if the fame is getting to his head. What's more, the allegations did not stop with Timothée. I guess overall, the hostile work environment was said to be rife with cruelty and frat boy behavior, and that's because of the film's director, James Mangold. The director worshipped the ground that Timothée walked on because it's his star power that bankrolled him the film. On the last day, he gave a speech all about Timmy and how inspired and moved the crew was by his performance. I didn't thank any crew members, just Timothée. There are so many scary stories online of people getting scammed or their data being hacked and used against them. I mean, if you Google yourself or your email address, it's pretty shocking how much information is available online. And if you're like me and you value your privacy, then Aura is the perfect solution for you. Right now, data brokers could be selling information about you, your name, your email, your health records, or information about your relatives. This is when Aura steps in. Aura helps you take control of your online privacy by showing which which data brokers are selling your information and automatically submitting opt-out requests. I have so much to do in my day-to-day life, I don't have time to go and opt out of everything, so Aura takes care of it for you. Aura offers complete protection from online threats. I'm sure you guys heard that Ticketmaster was hacked recently, exposing the data of 560 million users. Their information, their email addresses, their address to their home, information you don't want to be out there was readily available to anyone, and you don't want that to be you. If my data was compromised during a breach, I wouldn't have to worry because Aura has my back, and it will alert you of a breach, let you know what's going on with your data, what data was stolen, so you get all of that information so you could be put at ease. So if you value your privacy like I do, try a 14-day trial at aura.com/Sloan. Protect your personal information and take control of your online privacy today. That's aura.com/Sloan. Trust me, you guys won't regret it. Thank you, Aura, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. Our next blind item is about Jennifer Lopez. It reads, the A-list everything in her mind celebrity is determined to make the public fall in love with her, which is why she is suddenly remembering to tip service people. I cannot stand when people don't tip service people, especially celebrities who have millions and millions of dollars. But others don't think this will work. This person wrote, J-Lo, I doubt she's ever going to win the affection of the public like that, not after this weird campaign she's been doing. Another person writes, J-Lo really needs to retire and raise Brussels sprouts. She was always an acquired taste that failed to acquire. This person writes, this should have been done 20 years ago. She would have had more fans. Another person writes, I wish that Ben Affleck would write a tell-all book, which I feel like he could. Maybe a scary movie. This person writes, J-Blow giving a $50 tip in the Hamptons for ice cream, but she was buying for an entourage. So the tip was about $10. I can't imagine going through a divorce and my learning lesson, my takeaway is that now I'm going to tip people at restaurants. Now, Jennifer Lopez has been known for many things, good and bad. She's also been known for being quite a rude customer to service staff. But in a story posted to Page 6, they reported that Jennifer Lopez stopped for ice cream and she allegedly tipped a quite nice sum for the ice cream. She got a mini cone with sprinkles and was very friendly with everyone and left a $50 tip. Look at that, $50 tip. She's all grown up. To say this would be a total 180 would be an understatement. Over the years, there have been a lot of stories about J-Lo's rude behavior in restaurants. When the trend on TikTok went around where servers and hostesses talked about which celebrities were kind or not, Jennifer Lopez was a common theme. I actually remember talking about this story when a server called out J-Lo for allegedly removing some of people's tips. Actually, she believed that Ben Affleck had tipped too much, so she took money back, which I think is so cringe. One person shared, I had a friend who waited on Jennifer Lopez right after she got super famous. She and her entourage ran my friend ragged, insulted him, held him at the table for more than 3 hours, and completely stiffed him on the tip.
I made a video one time and I was like, does J-Lo actually take people's tips? J-Lo will take the tip back. And then someone commented on my video and they were like, obviously a J-Lo fan. And they were like, what proof do you have? Like, this is just rumors. She doesn't take back tips. Why were there like 5 different people that commented replying? And they were like, actually, I work in Vegas and she took my $100 tip back and gave me $10. Someone else was like, she came to the club one time and she took their $100 tip. Who does that? So whenever y'all make fun of her, I was just a little girl in the Bronx video. And you're like, what a weird video to make. Why would she make that? Why would she do any of the stuff she does?
Here's a blind item about Rebel Wilson. It reads, and this foreign-born A-list actress wonders why no one wants to work with her any longer. Everything leads to lawsuits and threats. She is a very easy person to replace. So it seems like they're trying to make Rebel seem like she's difficult to work with. We'll explain why, and that's why she's not getting any more jobs. This person commented, Rebel Wilson is not a nice person. It's all an act. She could go away and I wouldn't even miss her. Another person writes, I've heard of her just because of her alleged aggressive behavior. Who would want something like that in a team? Potential lawsuit on legs. Well, it looks like producers of Rebel Wilson movie sue star over harassment and some embezzlement claims. Rebel Wilson has been sued for defamation by 3 producers behind her project The Deb after she accused them of harassment and embezzlement. In an Instagram video, Rebel said she reported the producers last year when she found out not minor things big things related to inappropriate behavior. I guess the lead actress had some really bad experiences, and there was allegedly embezzling funds from the film's budget. She also accused them of blocking the movie from premiering at the closing spot of the 2024 Toronto International Film Festival. I've actually never been to Toronto or Canada before. I do want to go one day. I have a friend who's in Montreal, but here's that clip that Rebel shared on social media.
You know, sometimes in life where you try so hard and you just don't know what to do, this is that situation. So to have the joy of the movie being selected is one thing, but then to have the business partners that are involved in that movie turn around and say that no, the movie can't premiere, just beyond devastating. Why are they saying this? Why are they stopping it from premiering at Toronto? Well, this dates back to October of last year, where I discovered bad behavior by these business partners, so-called producers of the film. I use that phrase very lightly. Their names are Amanda Ghost and Gregor Cameron, and an executive producer who works with them called Vince Holden. Reported, I guess you would say, their bad behavior when I found out. Inappropriate behavior towards the lead actress of the film, embezzling funds from the film's budget, which we really needed because we're a small movie.
Now, producers Amanda, Gregory, and Vince say in a lawsuit that Rebel lied in an attempt to release the Deb movie ahead of schedule. It looks like she was also trying to secure a writing credit on the film, which writing credits are where the money's at, I'll tell you that. The complaint details a combative relationship between producers and Rebel, who allegedly refused to collaborate with them, deserted the production for months at a time, and repeatedly made unauthorized and inappropriate disclosures about the movie. The dispute, they claim, came to a head when she moved to seize a writing credit for the movie with Hannah Riley, a recipient of Rebel's Theatre Scholarship, despite the contrary decision from the Australian Writers Guild. So there's this entire... and when it comes to like the SAG, the Writers Guild, like all these different organizations, there are certain rules when it comes to getting a certain credit or how your name is registered. It's something so complicated, I don't understand it. When she didn't get her way, Rebel, then in 2023, falsely accused Amanda of harassing a lead actress in the film, which is interesting because I'm assuming that Amanda is a woman. So a woman like producer had supposedly harassed a leading actress, but this isn't all fact. Well, I mean, at least the actress says so. She denied any claims of inappropriate behavior by the producer. Then Rebel admitted that she wasn't aware of any specific allegations of misconduct, even though she went and blasted them for it. In her Wednesday Instagram post, the producers claimed that she revived the allegations and said that Amanda has a history of doing this kind of thing, mainly to music artists. These three producers claim that Rebel tried to bully them into catapulting her demands by threatening to accuse them of inappropriate behavior on set to her 11 million followers. So she told them, if you don't do what I want you to do, then I will blast you on social media and accuse you of inappropriate behavior, whether it's factual or not. So this is really complicated, one side versus another.
They say her allegations are categorically untrue, and more on that to come throughout the morning.
Yeah, it's a huge case. I mean, the film was set to premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival. She wanted it to go ahead. Allegedly, the producers did not. She put out this salacious Instagram post during the week naming the producers involved. They're the ones, of course, bringing the defamation case. One of them is mates with Boy George, so he's weighed in. It is so complicated.
Now let's get into Adele. The significant other of this foreign-born A-list singer has no plans to move overseas with her, so that will probably be the end of their marriage, which is about Adele and her man, Rich Paul, which I have to start off by saying that Adele is the best performer I've ever seen in my life. I've seen a good amount of concerts, and Adele was by far the best. This person writes that Adele has a terrible track record when it comes to men. Just looking at them, it was obvious that she was more into him. This person wrote, I thought Adele enjoyed living in the US. I could have misunderstood though. Another person writes, I wonder if their relationship ended first and she's moving to save face. So instead of Adele trying to admit that she has another failed marriage, she's saying that she's moving across the country, and that is why they have to split up, because he's not going to. The headline reads, has Adele given up on the American dream? Why the star is moving back to London? But why did she rebuild her $58 million Beverly Hills mansion if she plans to move back so shortly after? This report writes that Adele and her husband Rich Paul bought Sylvester Stallone's $58 million mansion 2 years ago, and they had most of it knocked to the ground in a huge rebuild. Adele moved over to LA back in 2016, and she said she did so to get more for her money. 8 years later, her mansion isn't close to being renovated and she's moving back. Actually, her assistant, Rose Moon, which is an interesting name, moved back to the UK a few weeks ago and is helping Adele move herself back as well.
We're going to take a look at Adele's London house located in Kensington. She purchased this property in 2010 for £12 million. This is a 6-bedroom property with 2 bathrooms. It's over 4 stories. After she bought the first house on this street, she bought the property next door as well with hope to knock it through into one big house. I'm not sure how that's gone so far. She also purchased her mum a property in Kensington, an apartment for £750,000.
Adele is currently on break from performing to recharge before she heads back to the States for another Vegas residency, which, shoot, I might have to go and attend. Adele, who secretly married Rich towards the end of last year, said, "Once I'm done with all my obligations and all my shows, I want to have a baby." So they were planning on having children, so a divorce was definitely not in her scope. She said, "I want a girl because I've already got a boy. I feel like she might be the person I love the most in the world, but also probably hate the most in the world. That is what I feel will happen," which kind of a like cryptic way to look at motherhood, but she says, quote, "She's going to put me in my place all the time, isn't she?" Which is, you know, Adele just being cheeky. Now, just because Adele is leaving LA doesn't mean that her house is for sale yet. There are extensive renovations that need to be done. So I don't know if she's going to complete those or maybe sell it like half finished, or maybe she'll end up coming back.
Mega mansion renovations have gone over budget by millions of dollars. Lavish renovation project turned into a financial whirlwind, with her $9 million budget being surpassed by another few million. Now, the renovations included state-of-the-art upgrades, luxurious amenities, and interior and exterior designs. Adele's vision for her dream home is grand, and it seems like she doesn't care about dishing out a few million to get it. From a stunning infinity pool to a top-of-the-line home theater, every detail seems to be meticulously crafted. But as the project progresses, the budget is getting pushed higher and higher.
Oh, Nicki Minaj. This blind item reads, "The foreign-born former A-list rapper can perform all high, but she can't perform when she starts popping pills and getting a different kind of high. No one ever tells her, though." So this is about Nicki's drug use, which we have actually talked about before. This person wrote, "She can't perform while not high either. Terrible is terrible. She has zero talent." Oh no, they're going for Nicki. Let's get into this related headline. Nicki Minaj fans demand refund for disgraceful Dublin concert after Nicki was 90 minutes late and performed for less than an hour and had a multiple costume change. So I guess like she was performing for less than an hour, probably a good solid 20 minutes of that was just costume changes. She was supposed to go live at 8 p.m., but she did not appear until right before 10 p.m., leaving her 20,000 fans who have been waiting in the rain at an outdoor venue furious. I would be pissed too. According to local media, Nicki's set lasted less than an hour, including 15 minutes for multiple costume changes. Following the disastrous gig, fans shared their disappointment on Twitter and demanded the organizers issue full refunds. One person wrote, "The million-dollar question is whether you'll have enough respect for your fan base to show up on time." One person wrote, "I definitely lost all respect for Nicki Minaj after what happened last night at the Castle venue." One person noted that the crowds were actually dispersing and leaving before Nicki even came on stage because she had them waiting for so long. I mean, you can only wait around in the rain for so long until you accept that probably they're not going to come out, or if they do come out, it's going to be a terrible performance just like this. And I guess the rumors are that she's been using, and that's why she's delayed. One person wrote, "I'm wondering if I'll get my refund because she played for about 30 minutes and the ticket was $300 plus. So it's simply not acceptable." Even though Nicki Minaj gave them a 30-minute long performance, it wasn't pretty, and a lot of the fans noticed that she messed up on her own songs. It seems like she just wasn't fully there.
These hoes copy every word, every inch.
Nicki has not acknowledged the criticism on social media. She has posted several videos and pictures of the performance online. One fan wrote that she let Ireland down, which is interesting because Nicki Minaj loves to go on social media and confront everything and fight everyone and call out Meg Thee Stallion and tell her to dig up her dead mom. But when it comes to this, she's all quiet. Ooh, wow. It's interesting how she picks and chooses, huh? Quote, there were multiple emails from promoters confirming she'd be on stage at 8:20 p.m. Doors opened at 4 p.m. It was the worst show I've ever been to, and I've seen plenty, big and small, in the 20 years I've been attending concerts. I hope you guys enjoyed this blind item breakdown. Are you still enjoying them? Are we liking the blind items? Are we liking the videos? I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. How have you been? I'm actually really hot right now. I think it's because I got these sweat shorts on, and I like a good sweat shorts, but these are like very thick, like very like, oh God, it feels like a blanket. I'm gonna definitely go change before I film anymore. But here's my email. If you have any other video ideas for me, any main channel videos, anything you want me to dive into on my podcast, I've been working a ton lately, just doing, you know, my thing. I've been posting a lot on Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, definitely go and check me out. But have you guys enjoyed this video? Let me turn my mic the right way. Whew, I am hot. Can you see me sweating? Reading through this tea. The tea is too hot. It's got me sweating. No, I'm gonna cool it off with a Red Bull like I always do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye guys.